that bad officers are not able to hop from one agency to the other agency. I had the preservation of the records. He created the national database that the left wanted. A good decision probably on both sides. And my legislation spoke to the local preservation. A second issue that we talked about that he did in executive order was he spoke to the importance of co-responders to scenes, especially scenes that include mental instability or alcohol abuse, drug abuse, and or homelessness, because in some instances what you really need is a medical expert and not just an officer. That was a part of the executive order. We think we should fund that through grants and make sure that more agencies, 18,000 throughout this country, more agencies have the resources necessary to tackle that problem. And then we continued down the road in conversation with my legislation on how we dealt with the federal apparatus and instructing the AG to ban chokeholds in federal agencies. So I think those were a good start, frankly. I think that got us closer to the 50-yard line, and my legislation brought us to the 10. I think there's room for us to grow this conversation into a legislation that passes and becomes law.
Yeah, lots more conversation and action hopefully to come on that. Last night you discussed opportunity zones and your signature initiative that passed in 2017 with President Trump's support to bring billions of dollars of private sector investments into distressed communities. But a report this summer by the Urban Institute found that much of the money is flowing to real estate developers instead of aiding businesses or job creation in black communities. And here's how the New York Times put it in a report last year. I just want to quote: billions of untaxed investment profits are beginning to pour into high-end apartment buildings and hotels, storage facilities that employ only a handful of workers in student housing in bustling college towns, among other projects. Many of the projects that will enjoy special tax status were underway long before the opportunity zone provision was enacted. So what's your response to this criticism?